One way to assign lesson quizzes using iReady in the Teacher Toolbox and Google Classroom is to use the annotation feature inside Google Classroom. First, I'm going to show you what it looks like on the teacher end. Here I'm going to select, let's say 3rd grade. Alright, it will look the same regardless of the grade. But under Assess, here we have lesson quizzes and unit assessments. I'll select here, and I'm going to just choose the student one here. I'm not going to make the editable version, just the student one. I'm going to select open, and then I'm going to download it. Okay, you can see it's down here. That's important because I'm going to go over to Google Classroom now. I'm going to create this no different than I would any other Google Classroom assessment by selecting Create and Assignment here. Say Lesson 1 Quiz up top. I can put in directions if I want to. I'm not going to at this point. I'm going to change my points to 4. And I'm going to assign a due date, let's say Friday in this case. Now what's different, instead of going Add in my Google Drive, I'm going to select File. And I'm going to go over to this tab up top, Upload. It says Browse. I can click Browse to open up my Finder and select that file, or drag. Because I have the file right in the bottom, I'm just going to drag it in here. It turns blue, I release, and I want to change this to Make a Copy for each student. Now, if this is a test and you don't want students to have access to it before the test date, you can always schedule it, save as a draft, and go in the next day and actually publish it, or I can just assign right away. When you assign right away, the students, if they have their notification set up, would actually get that notification, but here, as you can see, it looks no different. Now let's look at it from a student perspective. Inside of Google Classroom, the student will select classwork, and here they will select their quiz. This is taking them to their assignment page, and just like all the others, they'll just simply slide up, and here they'll see the attachment. We are going to select their attachment where their work is, and then up top, we're going to select the second option here, which is that pencil. When in here, they can use 2 fingers and they can zoom in and zoom out. At the bottom, they have different tools. This first one is a selection tool. Okay, this second one is an eraser. The third one is a marker or a pen. You can see if I click twice, I get more options, colors, thickness. Here I have a thicker marker, and then we have a highlighter here. And finally, we have our text options where I can put a text box anywhere I want. So in this question, maybe I want to use a highlighter. I would read the question, and then I would select the answer when I round it to the nearest 10. So, okay, I would select my answer. This one says choose all correct answers. So I want to make sure that I'm selecting all that would be correct. And then I can use 2 fingers and I can scroll down. And here I could use the pen if I would like. And I could use 2 fingers again and scroll down, and I could circle or use this marker if I would like. This one says to the nearest 100. So I'm looking at the 1 there and I'm rounding it down to 500. And when I'm finally done, I can select Save. It's now saving the edited version of the quiz. When I go back here, it may look like that there's nothing done. However, let's notice that this one is the Harriet Hornet Lesson 1 quiz. We want to exit out of that, and you'll now see that has changed to the edited version. So when I click back to this, you're going to see all the responses that I made in this document. You can also notice that I missed some. If I turn this in, the teacher is going to get notification that I turned this in.